Drama and fandoms and emotional scars. Hello everyone, it's FantasyTheHedgehog here. As you can tell from today's title video, I'll be talking about drama and fandoms like Sonic and Brony, fandom slash community, along with the emotional scars of friendship fallouts. Before I get into today's video, I want to mention and make clear that I won't be saying any names in this video or call anyone out. I do not condone witch hunts or people going around and asking information about what happened here and there. I'd rather not strike up a drama, war, or battle of any kind. However, I will use one person for an example on how not to act and all when it comes to being very popular and well known in fandoms and slash communities. I will give them a different name for this story later in all, since this happened in the Sonic community back slash fandom in 2023. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. We all know that every fandom and community isn't always positive and isn't like heaven, right? Well, that's true, because there is drama and toxicity here and there, where it's people getting exposed or unforgivable and evil crimes that they shouldn't done, to people fighting and arguing over opinions and stuff that they believe in is canon and not canon and all, along with friendship fallouts over petty and stupid stuff that happened. Fandoms and communities still have positive sides too, and I mostly all of the time stick to the positive side of the Sonic fandom slash community. However, rarely drama does pop up on my side on X slash Twitter. I don't get involved, since I'd rather stay in the middle and watch from the sidelines and observe this situation while I make my own calls, decisions, judgments on it, since getting involved will make things more worse in the situation. I do know that fandoms do have a running drama theme too. Oh, sorry, my phone hit the mic cord. My bad. I do know that fandoms do have a running drama theme too, just like how the Brony fandom has a predator problem of people being exposed. Along with how the Sonic fandom has an opinion problem with everyone being divided over different perspectives and opinions on topics of ships and the story of Sonic and his friends too. I do know that the furry fandom has a Sue problem, but still, every fandom and community has a positive side to them, and I'd rather stick to the positive side than the drama side. I'd rather stick to the positive side than the drama side of the fandom. I also seen some adult not safe for work art as well too before here and there, which is alright, since there is always adult content like that of any cartoon show, video game, or movie on the internet. However, it's extremely wrong and not okay of people to make adult content of very young characters, since it's extremely gross, disgusting, and disturbing. There are some content creators outside of the Sonic community that I used to look at their content, but I stopped visiting their page and all, due to them making now content of that, along with cheating and other categories I'd rather not get into. If they really want to make that kind of work of them, then I highly suggest aging them up past over 18 years old. I'll give one example of drama from the Sonic fandom I remember the most. There was this super popular and well-known artist in the fandom that had like 15,000 followers on Twitter / X. She's a phenomenal, spectacular artist, and that made versions of Sonic, Shadow, and made versions of Shadow and Sonic trans from male to female, along with comics of them and some adult content of them that displays adult activities, if you catch my drift. I'm not going to display her username, her real life name or anything, but I'll give her a different name one. I'm gonna call her Ava Newman. I used to follow her on Twitter and maybe on YouTube, but I can't recall subscribing to her channel on YouTube. What made me change my perspective of her was because of her attitude and behavior. I remember being in the old ex-friend's private Discord server when Ava let us know that she is sick, and I told her, I'm sorry that you're sick, and hopefully you feel better. What are you sick with? She replied to me at first saying thank you, and I just have a runny nose, or something. She didn't reply back again to me saying, why do I need to tell you something? Need to tell you anything at all? Which came off very rude to me, since I was only asking out of concern from one person to another. I mean, I know it's like, her own business and all, but still, like, hey, I want to see everyone, well and happy. So, when the year 2023 came around, I believe it was in around March or April, drama kicked off between her and a young Sonic content creator that was 17 at the time, or a little younger than that, like 16 or something. I mean, they were like in high school, so yeah. Now, before anyone jumps the gun, she didn't do anything illegal to the teenager or predatory in any way. Also, keep in mind, I'm gonna go off from what I remember, since I don't remember every detail, only from what I can summarize too. She just got very upset with him for soft blocking her on social media and spammed him, demanding an explanation when she should know that everyone is busy with their own lives. Plus, I'm pretty sure the guy was in high school at the time, given his age of being young too, so yeah. He did make a call out post on her too. It was like 24 or 26 at the time too. They then got into a Discord private chat to talk things out, since one of her friends must have contacted the guy through Discord, and he agreed to a private chat to settle things. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the kiddo, the teenager was being professional, and he was being nice and all, but I think he was being left with no options, if she's gonna act like that way, and not act professional. So they got into a Discord chat and said hi to each other, but he said he had to eat breakfast before the conversation started, and she acknowledged and understood. They then began to chat from how she wanted to be in a magazine cover in the fandom by getting out on one. Since Ava's art hasn't been on a magazine cover before, she also dumped her own trauma onto him, saying something like, people look down on me here along with my parents. Here and there along with my parents, and that's why I act like that, or something along the lines. I mean, he texted her back saying, that's a white lie, that's your first time being on a magazine cover. I've seen your art on or in a zine before in the fandom. I get that it's extremely frustrating that too, as well, to be rejected 4 times. I haven't seen any zine like covers pop up on my timeline before, to be honest, but all I know is that she has a big following and probably well known in the Sonic community. I know that it sounded like she lied, but maybe she had forgotten that she was on one of them. Now, if it was intentional on her part to lie like that, then it's really not okay to do that. You should always 100% tell the truth and be honest to everyone around you. Nobody likes a liar at all. Eva did apologize for her actions, but the guy felt like she was deflecting, and she wasn't taking accountability either on venting towards a total stranger and kid on the internet. I can understand on the guy's part that she's not taking accountability for her actions, since she was using her anxiety and mental disorders as an excuse. When I learned from my past drama experience from being in the Brony fandom / community, that using your disabilities, mental health issues, and whatnot is not an excuse at all, and that we need to take responsibility and accountability for what happened in the situation. She also mentioned that she has been abused as well, and I do feel sorry and bad for her. However, He told her that it's not part of the current situation from what happened, and he doesn't wish or condone abuse in any way either. Too, it's just that the drama situation is more focused on from how she acted. He did give her empathy on how extremely frustrating it is to be rejected 4 times. He did heard from others on his first call out post in his replies that they had bad experiences with her as well, regarding her attitude and being mean towards the others too. Ava did had another mental breakdown, told him to stop typing after saying he ruined her. When it was not his intention at all and he wanted to keep it private, along with giving her a chance or so, but that got thrown out the window. He did apologize publicly for making it public too. To be honest, I'm very troubled too since my parents divorced when I was in my early elementary years of elementary school. I do have anger issues as well, and which I have in check and under control, but I don't use that as an excuse to get out of stuff. I also hate to take it out on people too when I'm having an extremely rough or bad day, but I always apologize and mean to sincerely apologize, since I do feel bad or guilty for to doing that to everyone around me. However, it's extremely rare to see me mad. I'm gonna be honest. One part of me feels like Ava is secretly a bad person, bad and mean person, but another part of me says that she's just very troubled. Is all. I would like her to apologize to me and everyone else too for her rude behavior. I know not everyone will be forgiving or accept her apology. At least she can try. I do think she's probably getting the help that she needs now to improve in order to be a better person herself too. She might be away from her family by now too and all, since she deleted all her social media pages after the whole drama situation that kicked off. I will add a positive note about her still. I do love her trans Sonic and Shadow art in comics too. She's a wonderful and magnificent artist. I really love her work and that she shows support to trans people in the LGBTQ plus community too. It's like yee. I kind of got the script. I put trans Shadow and Sonic first, but I said Sonic Shadow first. But you know, either way it works. I mean, I did have lost people here and there. You could. I mean, I did have lost people here and there that I considered my friends, and others not really true friends at all before. I had friends on the Xbox 360 that took sides against me when I was in middle school. I used to hang out with a chill group of college or high school students playing Halo Reach custom games back in the days. The friend of there that is the head, always good, cool and fun. Is the head friend leader, always has some good, cool and fun custom maps and game modes to play on too. However, he decided to imprint rules for me like speaking English and no cussing too, in which I understand and follow, but after we joined another party, someone told him that I did cuss and he kicked me from the party. To be honest, I don't remember cussing or after agreeing with him once he left the party that we were in to talk things out. My memory of that day is not recalled completely of every detail. We were playing a soccer custom game with Revenants and once the game was over, he kicked me from the lobby and him and his friends gave me a bad rating on my gamer profile, which went to a 63% bad review on me. And to be honest, that's really not cool and it's scummy of them to do. Not cool at all. If your friends or say to not cuss around them since they don't like it, then don't do it. However, I have autism and my speech might sound different and I am speaking English. So, I know, it may not sound clear to people here and there, but still, that's just how, I am. I remember having an old friend that is also friends with someone with anger issues on the Xbox 360 back in the Halo Reach days as well too. Me and his friend didn't get along well since he would yell at me if I talked too much or kicked me from his custom game and party. I removed him and I haven't talked to him in an extremely long time. Though one day he contacted me through messages after he added me back. We talked things out and it was good kinda, but I still didn't feel comfortable around the guy. I even tried to invite my friend to my Xbox party before, but he always wanted to hang out with the guy that has anger issues and gets mad easily. I wasn't happy about it, and he told me that it's his choice for whoever he wants to join, and he is right. It is his choice, so yeah. I think back then, I wasn't really comfortable when I joined him again because I was worried about him yelling at me again because the guy has really bad anger issues, and so yeah. One day we played a racing custom game, and my friend left the match since he was the host since he's AFK. I tried to talk to the guy that has anger issues, but he yelled at me, and I was getting upset when my friend came back. Next, I left the game since the guy with anger issues turned his mongoose around on a track, ran me off, and I died. But it showed that if I wanted to leave the game or kick him for betraying me. Instead, I left the game and party since I felt like the guy with anger issues was going to kick me, and I blocked them both this time because I felt like they weren't a good crowd to hang out with. I should have kicked the guy with anger issues out of the game just to get back at him for all the times he kicked me, but I decided to be the bigger person and not since I felt like it would make it worse. I should not have blocked my friend since I felt like it was gonna I felt like I was gonna he was gonna block me next like other times I've ever have by past fake friends, but I have moved on from that. It's been an extremely long time since middle school when I told these two stories to my time on the Xbox 360. Not gonna lie, I did laugh a little bit at that part, you know. I mean, I guess I did want to kick him. You can imagine his reaction, the guy with anger issues, but, you know. But still, you know, it's not, you know, it's best not to stoop to their level, so. But hey, you know, be good payback, you know, then, you know, see how much he likes it on the end of the stick. But still, yeah, don't do something like that at all, you know, it's not okay, you know, to escalate problems, you know, to something worse, so yeah. I also did meet some fake friends here and there on social media as well, too, to be honest. I'm not going to say their names or reveal who they are. However, I met fake friends who would take a side against me and not stay in the middle. People defend others' bad behavior and attitude for going after people they have beef with and don't like when both parties need to leave each other alone, along with people getting others to unfollow with me on social media by revealing my past and not asking my side of the story too. With being insulted and mad and making fun of my weight by fat shaming me, which is not okay. I had a great friend that I was friends with back in around 2022 when I used to be in the Brony fandom. I considered her a fandom sister of mine when we got along. Well, it's mostly around like when I also left too, so yeah. However, our friendship ended when I didn't mean to gaslight her when I was venting about how I don't feel comfortable with some of the people in her Discord server when I should have left and stayed out of her server. She then texted me on Twitter saying it's gaslighting that she hates being gaslighted. Next, she told me we are done and blocked me on all social media platforms. Now, to be honest, it's not my intention to do that and all, but to this day, I'm still kind of new to the word gaslighting, and it's just, I don't know. It's one part of me is still having a hard time understanding it. You know, I mean, you know, I don't fully completely understand it. You know, I understand our words, like you know, by like you know, being mean and all, but I don't know. But it's just, I don't know. It's just. I don't know what you want to say, but it's just, you know, I just don't know, you know, I don't fully understand the word gaslighting still. That's still new to me. I was extremely upset and depressed. I wanted to tell her that I'm very sorry and I didn't mean to gaslight her, but one of my besties told me that it just falls on deaf ears to them and others that used to be my friends or mutuals. On a very positive note, I did hear from one of my besties about how he explained to her how I improved and changed. He told me that she said she's happy and proud that I changed and improved. However, it's a door kept closed. Shut now. But still, I mean, this day I'm still friends with, 3 of her friends. So, that's one. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so I'm still friends with 3 of her friends, one of them being trans, which is very cool, I always support trans people. As in its past, she doesn't want to revisit. I did check my playlist of videos I'm in and saw one was deleted that she deleted, and I'm not gonna lie, I was sad and depressed and that she deleted it, but I know it's her way of moving on. I'm not gonna delete anything. I'm not gonna delete anything that I made for her, to be honest, since I want to keep them as a happy memories as of happier times when we were friends. Not gonna lie though, I still have issues forgiving my fake ex best friend who made a Google document on me exposing me, saying that I'm a stalker and a creep, in which I'm not. I'm just misunderstood. I did used to look at old friends' pages every now and then, but that was in the past. But I have improved on that and stopped since it wasn't healthy and not okay to do. I feel like she went too far by making a Google Doc on me, but she has a right to do that. I sadly lost a lot of friends, but some did come back to me over the years, here and there, giving me another chance and forgiving me too, which I'm very happy about since I learned from my in real life. Which I'm very happy about since I learned from my in real life behavioral consultant that it also taught me a few lessons. Be careful in what I do online and who I become friends with. And not to be mean, cause trouble. So yeah. I did learn and stay out of drama. Forgot that about that. I did learn when I used to be in my old friend's Discord server that she was going to give me another chance and that would be nice, but at the same time, I doubted that since what happened early in 2022, since I had to have a hard time trusting my best friend again. I did get jealous of how close she is with getting with my old ex-friend since Phantom Sister, since they started doing a friendly rival duo friendship thing with their OCs in the Pokemon series. When I want to do something like that with my old ex-Phantom Sis too, since she is already like a duo with partners with her friends and other franchises too, with their OCs. I'm happy that my ex-best friend also made amends with one of my friends too. Though too, I think it was mostly... I think I was mostly not comfortable in my ex-Phantom Sister server because it showed a great green icon on Discord next to her name. Since, it showed that she's on her phone. Yeah, like, there's a phone signal, So, yeah, since I was mostly worried about she might be taking screenshots and putting in a separate doc on me or to save evidence on me, along with her friend who helped her with the doc on me, too. I still hate her to this day and having a hard time forgiving her. However, I'm still friends with my ex-Phantom Sister's 3 friends online, and I need to show respect. Along with me and my ex-best friend, leaving each other alone, along with others too who I hurt, and those who hurt me too. She does have a boyfriend that I'm friends with too. As Dr. Eggman from Sonic Frontier said about Sonic the Hedgehog in one scene to stage, I respect him, but I don't need or have to like him. Same thing applies to my old best friend. It's extremely rare for her the memories to pop up, and knowing that I'm a Christian and not a pure one, I find it extremely hard to forgive her since I figure if I want to get into heaven, I need to forgive her, but I always ask myself this question. How do I forgive someone who hurt and betrayed me so badly that I have a lot of hatred towards them? While thinking about that last week, I saw a sign from God in heaven, that a video on healing from a live stream Christian music on YouTube. I clicked on it and listened to it for a second, but I also clicked out since I figured it's a sign. Since I figured it's a sign, I need to do more healing on that part first. I wanted to get revenge or teach them a lesson towards those who hurt me at first, but I feel like it will make things more worse. So I learned that the best revenge is by moving on and leaving it to God or life to teach them a hard and invaluable life lesson they won't forget. Karma does come back around too, and I believe in karma. I do believe, they've probably been taught a lesson here and there, but, it already happened. And I feel like they did. Maybe I think they did change. I do feel like they did leave me alone, so there's no problem them going after me or getting heirs to to unfollow me. So yeah, which is nice. I'll give them credit for that, but still I don't trust them. And I wouldn't give anyone a chance to hurt me that badly either. So yeah, and I did learn from my friend Golly online that it's people's choice if they want to believe me or not, along with what other people say and do too online as well. Nowadays, I stay away from drama and do my own thing, along with keeping the real and true friends around me too. That know I'm not a bad person and that I'm misunderstood. They love, care, and support me as I do the same thing for them too. I also have an extremely loyal, supportive, and loving girlfriend that loves me too, as I do the same for her back as well. Yes, I'm troubled and misunderstood and have anger issues, and some more. However, I'm a very caring, kind, loyal, positive, and supportive person and friend that has a heart of gold. The emotional scars are still there, but over time does heal all wounds. I'm very happy with the friendships and loved ones I have around me. My big goal is to spread happiness, laughter, love, and joy all around me. As I also reach my dreams and desires too. I'm not a perfect person either, and we're at the end of the day, we're all human. I want to give a huge thank you to all my friends who have been there for me over the years, along with my girlfriend. They also helped me grow, improve, and become a better person as well, as I helped my friends out the best I can around me too, along with my fellow therapist, behavioral consultant, and my family too. I am very happy from where I am now today, to be honest. Alright, well, that'll be today's video. And anyway, guys, hope y'all have a nice day and night. And I'll see y'all next video. And so, yeah, I'll try to do a shout out in the comments, over friends that have been there for me in my dark times and all. And I appreciate. And so, yeah. I felt like I did kind of talk a little bit fast here and there. Not gonna lie. But then again, I know I feel like I got everything. So I'm not sure if I missed anything out or not, but that's what it is. So, and I do say I'm sorry for all the people I hurt too. So yeah. Oh yeah, there's a part I missed. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I messed up and hurt people around me, and that I didn't mean to intentionally or anything bad. Since people also have the right to or choice to forgive others or not, and it's up to them to just move on. However, at the end of the day, I'm just human. No, I'm not perfect either. I also deeply apologize for my actions to those I hurt as well, and I'm very sorry. I did not see that. I was talking so much. I need to drink some water or something like that. Anyway, y'all have a nice day, and I'll see y'all next video. Don't let your dreams be a fantasy, everyone. Bye.